Maddie Lee here, coming to you from the Staples Center, where the Thunder has just lost to the Clippers 118-110. It was definitely an exciting game. The Thunder were able to crawl back into it, really led by that second unit in the third quarter to make this a close game, even though it's the second night of a back-to-back for the Thunder after playing in Portland the night before. But the real big story actually happened after the game, when Paul George had a lot to say about the officiating. Russell Westbrook, and Steven Adams all fouled out in this game. A ton of fouls from the Thunder, which also actually happened the night before. It's really, for the past two nights, they've had a total of 93 fouls, which is a ton. And even in Portland, Paul George was saying, he joked that he was going to, was prepared to lose his money, and then he realized that he took 20 free throws. So there's not much he can say after the officials give him 20 free throws in terms of calling them out or anything like that. Tonight, that was not the case. He was very blunt about his issues with the officiating. He said that he didn't think that the Thunder has gotten a fair call, can't get fair whistles all season, that it wasn't just an isolated incident, and that something needed to change. He also acknowledged that he probably will get fined for this, but obviously felt passionately enough to speak up on it. It's been a weird post-All-Star break for Paul George. He had a fantastic game against Utah, in which he hit the game winner and everything like that, but he really hasn't shot well since he had that right shoulder injury that he's now come back from, but he continues to struggle shooting-wise. He said he's not worried about it, but the Thunder definitely miss it, although tonight they certainly had a chance. Paul George does actually start finding his rhythm in the fourth quarter. He hits the go-ahead basket for the Thunder and then fouls out very soon after on an offensive foul, which is always a bummer when you're giving away offensive fouls. Obviously not great if it's on a defensive foul, but offensive feels just a little more frustrating from the Thunder's perspective. Russell Westbrook also fouls out on an offensive foul, although he had another night where he really carried this team offensively, especially since Paul George has been struggling shooting-wise. But Thunder was able to again buckle down, make it a close game with some strong defensive performances, really able to string together some stops in that third quarter in order to make it close. But fourth quarter ends up slipping away as the Thunder starters start having to sit on the bench and watch the rest of it. So next, Thunder have a couple days off before going to Utah, and so the schedule's calming down a little bit, although Utah will be another really tough matchup for them on this long road trip.